This is Us Explained, Season 2, Episode 12. Clooney. The adopted son, the actor in recovery, the twin trying to help someone she barely knows. This episode splits the Pearson family across 3 quiet, present-day threads. Randall is chasing a poem from his late biological father William's belongings. Kevin is staying with his mother Rebecca and her husband Miguel, who was once Jack's best friend. Kate is at a private wedding boutique with Madison, a weight support group peer who's hiding something. A mall flashback runs beneath all 3 and ends on something small that was forgotten.
Kevin Pearson leaves rehab directed toward structure, not Hollywood, moving into Rebecca's house, where Miguel, Jack's former best friend, now lives as her husband. Rebecca floods the kitchen with health food. Miguel tags along on the first grocery run, and Kevin calls it out. Miguel says he's protecting Rebecca. Kevin says Jack was her husband. Miguel replies, he is now.
And Kevin doesn't let it go. He gets Miguel alone and asks whether he was in love with Rebecca while Jack was still alive. The question's sitting underneath this whole arrangement since the day it started.
Miguel's answer is disarming. Jack and Rebecca were one thing, not 2 separate people. The idea of wanting her as a separate person never once occurred to him. But he's equally clear about now. He loves her, and he's not going anywhere.
Right, and that lands differently than a denial. Kevin spots Rebecca with her head on Miguel's shoulder. She pulls away, and he tells her not to do that. He asks if she's happy. She says yes. Quieter, older, but real.
There's a flashback running alongside. The whole Pearson family at the mall for winter formal shopping. Kevin is on crutches from his knee injury. They run into Miguel at the suit shop. His ex-wife just got engaged.
Kevin tells Jack to skip the pep talk and just let Miguel be sad, which Jack actually does. In the quiet, Miguel reveals what the kids had never known. Jack planned his own construction company, Big 3 Homes, and shelved it for family stability. Kevin turns to Jack. The kids are almost at college.
Jack takes it home and tells Rebecca he wants to try Big 3 Homes. She says the timing is rough. 3 kids about to go to college. He says that'll make it exciting.
But the flashback doesn't end there.
They forgot the batteries. The episode closes on a smoke detector.
Randall picks up William's belongings from his old Philadelphia apartment. Inside, a love poem and drawings of a woman. He concludes William had a secret romance and canvasses the building looking for her, while Beth is trying to get him to a job interview he promised he'd attend.
Beth gets him to the interview. He pulls out mid-meeting when a neighbor tips him toward the building super. He assumes she was William's romantic interest. She clarifies fast. William was her maintenance pest, always reporting things she had no money to fix. So, what was he actually going to that apartment for?
Right. The view from William's old window. A Billie Holiday mural on the building across the street. Billie Holiday's nickname was Lady Day. The poem about always returning to his lady was about the mural, not a woman. He watched it from his window every morning.
Randall brings Beth to the building and makes his case. The poem led him to his own lady, her, who fights every day to create dignified spaces for people who need them. He wants to buy the building and manage it together.
Kate's thread is quieter. Madison, from her weight support group, invites her to a private bridal boutique. Madison eats all the macaroons, slips to the bathroom, and Kate clocks it immediately when she comes back.
Kate says so, and Madison shuts her down. That night, Madison faints at home and calls Kate. She can't call her family. Kate goes over, and then Kate goes first.
She doesn't wait for Madison to explain herself. She shares her own history instead. Right before her father died, she'd gotten very thin, and she expected that to finally make her happy. What does she say happened?
The critical voice, the one that had been calling her fat and pathetic her whole life, had been her identity. Losing the weight meant losing the voice, and without it, she felt empty. She was more comfortable hating herself because she at least knew who that person was.
But it's the same architecture Kevin named in the therapy session last episode. An internal voice he drowned in football and acting, and eventually something much worse. Same wound, different surfaces. The Pearson siblings are working through the same inheritance.
The flashback gives us the teenage origin of that.
Right. Teen Kate comes out of the dressing room visibly upset, and you assume the dress didn't fit. It did. She'd lost weight, the smaller size fit, and that was the problem.
4 storylines, no single blow-up. Kevin accepts his mother's remarriage. Randall finds purpose through his father's gaze. Kate starts a real friendship. Jack makes the decision he's been deferring for 20 years.
And there's no working smoke detector in the house.
Jack decided to start Big 3 Homes. Randall and Beth are buying William's old building. The smoke detector batteries were never bought.